Jane Bishop here, your positive interrupter, with a thought for your pondering. No is a complete sentence. Now, I've taken that phrase from a book written by Megan, and I won't attempt the last name, but the book is about learning the sacredness of personal boundaries. What is it about that word no that often triggers us into anxiety, stress, guilt, panic? Because it's a very simple word, two letters. And yet people have a hard time using it. It's simple, it's concise, and it's clear. So think about that. It's harder for people to say that word, two letters, than I'll be glad to, which, by the way, is 11 letters, or when you need me to, and that's 17 letters. So we're expending extra energy when all it would take is just no. No often triggers people into, like I said, guilt, anxiety, and stress. And there are lots of reasons for that. But some of the general ones that are very common is people think if I say no, that they are going to let somebody down, that they're going to disappoint somebody, that they are not going to measure up to somebody's expectations. So you go on down the laundry list of why it triggers anxiety or stress within you when you hear the word no. Another reason that sometimes people are challenged with saying no, they have told themselves the story that if I say no, that means I'm not capable, I'm failing, I just cannot again measure up. But let's shift the framing of no just for a moment. No is a complete sentence. How releasing is that to simply say no? Just sit with that for a moment. N-O, period. It's very powerful. It can be releasing and it can be relaxing. Sometimes the shift simply needs a replacement phrase, a different way to say no. Yes, the word no is simple, is clear, concise, and compelling. But perhaps that word is difficult for you. So let me offer some suggestions for you to consider what is a way to say no that aligns with who you are, that is different from the letters N-O. Here are some to get you started. I wish I could help, but I'm not available at this time. Here's another one. I have a commitment, period. You notice I didn't add any commentary. Often people will use that I have a commitment, and then they take 4, 5, 10 more sentences to justify and rationalize why they're saying no because they have a commitment, what the commitment is. Here's another one. Thanks, but that's not for me. So you are in essence saying no without using the letters N-O. Here's one I would offer to you. Perhaps it's a topic or a subject that people want to engage in conversation with you. And that's not something that you get in conversation about outside your family or close friends. So you simply say, that's not something I talk about except with family. Let's talk about something else. And then also, along with saying no, it gives us the release and the freedom, for lack of a better word. Please stop doing that. I don't like it. So, no is powerful because it creates those personal boundaries. Why are boundaries important? Boundaries lets a person know where they stop and others begin. It's like a frame of a picture or a photograph. It highlights that picture or photograph and brings attention to it, and it keeps out all the distractions. So it gives the boundary of where the edge of that photo or painting ends and where something else begins. When we continue to live consistently lives that have no boundaries, we are really creating unhealthy environment for ourselves and in those around us. We are really giving detriment to our brains because our brains only have so much bandwidth. Now, I like to say we can have it all, just not at the same time. And then the third thing, when we choose to live without boundaries in our life, it is just simply exhausting. So, no is a complete sentence. I encourage you to think about one, what is your challenge for saying no to people, whether you use the word no or another phrase. Secondly, what can you do to reframe those triggers? And thirdly, how can you begin to experience the release that you have in creating a boundary for you to know where you stop and others begin? Have a great day, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, and enjoy the power of saying no.